All right, we're up against a regular knave, and this is a very exciting game, not for just because if you look at our hand, it's pretty solid, but actually, we're about to hit infinite. We are, I think, just like 3 cubes away from hitting infinite. Typically, I would have shown more of the games, more of the process, but we kind of just, I kind of just kept playing last night and on my phone, because it was just fun. So, here we are. Sam Wilson's a great card to get right now, though. So one of the fun things that I like about this deck is that a lot of these movement style of cards have actually pretty aggressively statted, due to the fact that it's pretty easy to have too many, it's pretty easy for this deck to not be great. So cards like Silk and Hydra Bob, I believe, are at a more aggressive stat line, a higher stat line, because of how good that can be. So, with this in mind, we can potentially get some really powerful cards and do some fun synergies with both Vision and another cool card that we also have in this, Terrax. Airwalker? Weird. Let's move the shield over here. I'm playing Craven here. Into Miles here. I'm not moving Hydra Bob yet. I could. There's also a good chance they could be just destroy stuff, which means that this could just die. Thankfully, this moves out of there this turn. So Killmonger's a very real card right now. Can I click Moira before she disappears? Airwalker, Carnage, and I think it was Phoenix Force. Oh, and the Airwalker just moving on the board for us is kind of great. That's kind of just good for us, isn't it? Let's move the shield over here. I'll play Darkhawk in this lane. I'm then gonna snap, because I'd like Hydra Bob to move out of this lane. That's what I'd like here. So we're gonna try to have Batroc go over to the right, and I may not get to keep the power in that right lane, but it still can work. For what's worth, I haven't done anything on Sparky yet. I was gonna do a Sparky video. I just haven't found anything that I've had a lot of fun with yet. So I just haven't recorded anything with him yet. So we'll see. And I'd rather put out a video of a deck that I'm having fun with, or at least I think is interesting. And I just haven't had that hit yet with him. So we're playing this deck instead, which is still pretty different from the last Vision deck that we did play. But it's also extremely cool and a lot of fun. Airwalker. Again? Yeah, second Phoenix Force because of Moira is real. Now Hydra Bob should move. Cool. Gonna move. The shield over here. I then play, do I even move the shield over there? Do I keep it in this lane? I could. I move the shield over here. I play Mystique here, and then Viv here to also put 5 more points back into this right lane. I know Batroc won't move and he'll be upset about that. They're not moving any cards because of my Craven, which I do really enjoy. Do they have a Killmonger? A Killmonger could really put me in trouble here. It's a Wolverine. Wolverine isn't atrocious here. And Atuma's just sitting there. And that's it. Is that infinite? Did we hit infinite on our first game? Am I infinite? Y'all, that looks like we're infinite already. A little quick into the video, but I've been playing this deck a lot. This deck's been a lot of fun so far. And if I... Okay. It's currently not showing anything. But when I clap my hands, it'll show 100. You ready? And here we are. We have officially hit infinite in Marvel Snap. I'm stoked. We are able to collect. What is this card back? Oh, that's not bad. Infinite Viv Vision. It looked. I don't know if Viv is an iconic character, but it doesn't look like a bad card back. I'll take it. Good stuff. We've hit infinite, but that is not the end of this deck. We're gonna keep playing for a little bit. Let's see how many other wins we can get with it. All right, PMB. Korg to start us off is pretty sick. We can play Korg early. I don't mind this. Immediately give them potentially a rock, which is potentially good for Altar of Death, but it also does clog up their other draws, and I think I have to accept that. We don't know what type of deck we're playing against yet, so I might regret that here in a second. We'll see. Quinjet, I don't think I'm regretting it. I think with, oh, they have a little bit of probably of card generation. Viv is the card we're playing here in the right lane. Understood. Batroc would be nice. They most likely don't have a Killmonger in this deck. Don't have a, they maybe have Lady Deathstrike. Who else might they have? They might also have a, who am I thinking of here? They might also have a, God, why can't I remember? Oh, Red Guardian. My brain is slow. Carnage, oh. All right, Lady Deathstrike I think is real. I don't know about other cards, but I think Lady Deathstrike, unfortunately, is probably real. But this is 5 points in this lane. Airwalker. They got the, oh wow, Airwalker for Wiccan Curve. Okay. Interesting. All right, they've got, oh, and I get a free Airwalker in the left lane. Okay, deal. Let's go. This here. And then I'll go Hydra Bob here. Yeah, I like that. I think this should be our best play currently. We really don't want to Mystique anything else. A Viper there is rude. Spider-Man doesn't work, which is nice. Viv continually getting value, which is nice. Let's move the shield to this lane. And I'm just gonna play Hydra Stomper now. I think this is correct here. Batroc should go over here. Currently, Hydra Bob is not moving. Wait, are they playing nothing? Why are they playing nothing? I don't know what they're doing, but this is my best play, I think. We'll see what happens. I feel like, okay, cool. I guess they were just out of options. I'm hoping that the rock we knew did clog them up a little bit there. They had to send a Viper over to me. I wonder what else they were running in that deck. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna complain. Works for me. Let's keep going. All right, we're against, we don't play for Hotel Inferno. We're against a kill, kill switch, not kill witch. I knew this. Hydra Bob is fine. I'm gonna sneeze and die. Batroc, watch out! Oh, shoot, it was too late. Oh, I lost 2 cards in my deck. I didn't think about that. That's not nice. All right, Sam's gonna go over here. Can I have I'd love it if I got, I wish I had gotten, oh, no, wait, I don't have terrax anymore. I was gonna say if I had terrax, I would have loved that because what I could have done this turn is I could have just used terrax on a bunch of stuff. Viv also getting a bonus. Baron Zemo means that they're getting my Silk or Craven. Oh. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, Miles gets the discount no matter where he is. Sure. Sure, I guess that tracks. Let's go with the shield here. Hydra Stomper into Korg. Should have gone Korg into Hydra Stomper. Yeah, now I'm gonna have only Mystique left in my deck. I definitely should have gone Korg first. Oh my gosh, I don't have Mystique left in my deck. Never mind, it didn't matter what I did. Shield goes over here. I get this location. Silk goes over here just to be most likely... Actually, I don't want to play Silk here. I do a snap. Play Silk here. I want her to go mid. If I have any control over it. Sure. I think they're going to Shang-Chi me in this lane. Which means I think that Darkhawk here is my best play. Oh, it's just Shadow King. Shadow King's fine. Sick. Yeah, we win. Okay, so I could have moved the shield. I could have moved the shield to the left lane instead, and we would have been fine as well. Yeah. All right. Hey, I'm not complaining. We'll take those wins. Let's keep going. All right, our opponent is pretty toxic, at least according to their username. We're going to start with putting some rocks in their deck. Now, they are... Looks like... I believe this is a... Oh, it is just... Why did I think it wasn't Thanos? I honestly thought for a second that that was like Agamotto instead. I don't know why I thought that, but you know what? It is what it is. Sam Wilson going to be going over here, I think. I think that's good for us. We'll do that. I'm going to play Viv, I think, in the same lane. And then I might do something cheeky with like a Hydra Stomper, Hydra Bob in the mid just to like mess with them. They don't have another card to play next turn, which... I think normally these decks are running... Actually, no, there's ongoing decks being ran. There are ongoing decks being run, which could just be, again, ongoing. Could also be a tech list, in which case we might get Red Guardian here. No, it's more of an ongoing list, I think. Okay, that's fine. Oh my gosh, and I can go... Shield here. Bob here. Terrax here. I'm going to swap these two because technically Bob has more stats. And even if Terrax does die here, we're going to get 3 rocks out of it, and that's really good for us. Yeah, that's fine. I definitely could have gone with the other play that we talked about before, but this is more than fine here. Let's go with the Sam Wilson's shield here right now, and then I'm actually going to go Craven Hydra Stomper. And then what are we doing next turn? I'm going to go Mystique. Do I snap this? I'll snap it, because a snap could pull Hydra Bob over to this lane. We might get a Viv Vision. Nope, we don't. Okay. Honestly, we had a really good setup right there. We did put 4 rocks into their deck. And we had a lot of stats on the board, so we're going to take that. It's not a crazy game, but we can keep going. All right. Got a pretty casual gamer here. Hydra Stomper isn't the card we play, but it's not a bad one. Actually, is it? I don't mind this. Temporal manipulation. Oh, Agamotto stuff. Sure. We're currently keeping stats on the board, which I like for us. Let's go. I'm gonna go Craven here, because again, I think there's a good chance they move one of my cards out of this lane. They really don't. Okay. I'm gonna snap and play Terrax. Let's just put a lot of rocks in their deck. Call it there. Go right, go right, go right. Let's go. 5 rocks in their deck. Yeah, that's pretty good. Points on Craven. And more points on Craven. Okay. So we are going to be pretty clogged in that right lane, but it's not in an atrocious way. I don't hate that. I'm going to go Sam here. Into Korg here. Yep. Gwenpool? Sure. So we put 6 rocks in their deck, by the way. They did also just get 12 power into their deck, or into their hand, actually. Oh, and Craven's loving the Werewolf by Night. I didn't even think about that. That's really cool for us. Let's move Sam Wilson's shield over here. And then play Hydra Stomper, just base here. Lots of power where we currently have on the board, which I really like for us here. And best case scenario, we can draw Darkhawk next turn. Question is, are we actually that lucky? I honestly don't know. Hydra Stomper isn't going to be incredible in its power, but it's definitely not bad. Kate. What if I just do this into this? Right? That's just good. We just can play a lot of points. I guess it's probably better to put a card in this lane. Is it? Why would it matter? Does it matter to play a card to the left lane? Like, actually, what difference does it make? I don't think it makes a difference. I think it's just this. I don't know why it could matter for us playing a card in the left lane, but I don't think it does. I think we just want to play Darkhawk right and just win there. Because I can't win Sinister London and Shuri's Lab with that. But this is still really good. Grapple arrow. Oh, I guess they... What? No, but like what? What was their plan? Was it like moving Werewolf back over here? Was that the plan? I'm not complaining. Let's keep going. All right, starting off against Cyber Soul. Hydra Bob is a real card I could be playing here. I'm not, because I'm uncertain of what I wanted to do. Madripoor is fine. Let's go Craven here. Like I said, let's go Craven here because Madripoor is a cool location. We're gonna match that power. What are we doing now? Highest cost card, they get my Miles, which is unfortunate. Stardust doesn't stop me, does it? I don't believe so. Stardust doesn't stop me. They can play that on turn 6. Or turn 4, sorry. I can't count. And if I do this, I can then play Miles, most likely mid. They get the double surge, sure. Hydra Bob goes over there. Batroc goes over there. We're gonna play... They're gonna move Hydra Bob again? Let's go Miles Stomper. I know I'm actually stopping myself from getting more cards played into the, or like moved into here, but I think I need to do that just to have points in a legit, in like a way I can even win this game. So we actually are currently winning this left lane. I can go Korg here into Terrax, I think is the best option. It only puts one rocket in their deck, or two technically because of Terrax. I could just go Korg Stardust, and I don't mind this. I like this play. Yeah, this feels correct. Let's see what we do. What are they going to do? Again, my Stardust isn't like, or their Stardust isn't amazing. It doesn't help me technically win here, but I do believe it's the correct choice purely because it does just give me more points. And their Stardust is over there, sure. They've got Miles. That adds 2 points to Merlin. They have priority by 3 points. I can add 1 point mid with Hydra Stomper, and that's it. This is the most points I can put on the board. Copycat is a Darkhawk? Wait a second. Is that gonna win? Does that win? I mean, of course it wins. Let's go. They just didn't play for mid. They thought they could tie the mid and win tiebreakers. But Silk just moving legitimately won us the game because Hydra Stomper got that 1 point of power we needed to win. I was really worried I had made a massive mistake by locking myself out of middle, and maybe I honestly had. But the fact that that worked was awesome. That's really cool stuff. I mean, this is a lot of stuff for our first turn. Batroc immediately is really good. I can then play Sam probably in the right lane. And I think I even put Vision just in the same lane as them. Vision, that is. Imagine Vision himself being playable. He's been playable at times. Oh, we're playing as an Erishim deck. And Erishim just Loki'd. Certainly a thing that just happened. Which means they might have Batroc. They might have Kraven. I don't love that. I got bad news for your Thunderbolt Ross there. For one, I'm not going to trigger it anytime soon. And for two, even if I do trigger it, you're not getting anything from it. Shield here. Viv here. Korg here. Let's Korg left. All right, what do we got? That's kind of funny. We did just turn off their gladiator entirely. Batroc gets to follow Viv, which is awesome for us. Let's move the shield here. Go Hydra Stomper here into Miles. I think here? Yeah, I think I want both those cards in that lane. Magic? Gotta be honest, I don't see a reason why you Magic here. I mean, I guess it's just one of their cards. Is that even a card they had in their deck? I guess it is. Yeah, that's a card they actually had there. Fair enough. Let's go with Sam Wilson's shield here. I'm gonna go Bob Silk. I would like to see quite a few cards currently. Some of the ones that I'm currently okay with are Darkhawk, Craven, that's so fun for us that we just don't trigger their stuff. I'm gonna do something fun and I'm not gonna trigger Batroc. Yeah, best of luck. I saw someone commenting recently that were like, Loki's amazing in this meta. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Loki for one. And for two, I don't know, if you just play a fun and interesting deck and don't use 19 tech cards, it's also really awesome to play against Loki. But still, these are some fun games. Legitimately, I've really enjoyed this deck. And again, I know it's not a Sparky deck, but it's been a really fun one, and it's very different than my previous Viv Vision one. And it's fun to see this whole, to see Darkhawk and Move come together in this really cool and interesting way. Let's talk about it real quick. Because this is a really fun deck. So like I said, I've been trying to find a Move deck that I can really use with Sparky, and I found this package, and I wanted to see if I could actually try to fit Sparky in here. For one, I couldn't. And for two, I also just had a lot of fun with this deck. And before I knew it, I realized I was legitimately at 99. And I'm like, oh gosh, I should probably hold and wait until, I can record this. And as you saw, we did hit infinite with this deck in this video. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. There are a few cards that are higher series here that I'm going to say, unfortunately, I think most of them are pretty necessary. Sam Wilson, if you don't have him, I don't think it works for the whole movement package. Hydra Stomper is awesome with Mystique in particular, because Mystique copying Hydra Stomper can be a real payoff other than just Darkhawk, and I love both of them as payoffs there. I'd honestly say the most replaceable higher series card in this deck straight up is Viv Vision. While she is really cool and really interesting, I don't think she makes or breaks this deck, and you could most likely try to do something different with her, whether it be maybe a Cassandra Nova just to get some extra rock triggers, or it could also be, I don't know, maybe you could do something else with maybe a different movement card. I don't know. I don't have the easiest answer there for another replacement. It could also go with Mercury to try to mess with other people who are trying to do movement stuff. But Terrax and Darkhawk, obviously you need Darkhawk for this particular deck. And I do believe Terrax is needed with this version of Darkhawk, or maybe just all versions of Darkhawk just going forward, because Terrax is just really good, and I love what this deck can do with getting priority and winning locations, at least for a moment, the moment that you need with Terrax. There's a lot of intricate planning you have to do, a lot of specific lines or lanes you have to set up for, but the biggest thing I would probably say with this deck is wait, I think, on the Hydra Bob and potentially on Batroc, depending on what your hand order looks like, due to the fact that Destroy is in a decent amount of places right now due to not Firehair. Well, Firehair, yes, but the list I'm particularly thinking of here is, is it Firelord? Airwalker? Airwalker. Due to Airwalker being a thing, there are a lot more Destroy decks running around, so be careful with your priority and how you play this stuff out, because it just sucks to get rocked by some of the other stuff here. So this list is a lot of fun. Again, I also say Hydra Stomper. I don't know if I mentioned him earlier, but I will say Hydra Stomper, both Hydra Stomper and Hydra Bob. Hydra Bob potentially is more replaceable, but I like that he can get you priority in a way that not many other cards can. You could potentially try to swap out Hydra Bob. I think Hydra Bob maybe with another movement card, Nightcrawler, Nico, maybe, but I don't think this deck has a lot of particular wiggle room in terms of replacement. So I do apologize about that. But again, I had a lot of fun with it, and if I don't show off decks that are fun, then I feel like I'm doing a bad job. And secondarily, if I don't show off decks that I'm actively hitting infinite with, then I think that's just a really bad job as a content creator. Hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you hanging out. And keep in mind that on Saturday, so 2 days after this video goes live, I will be over on the official Marvel Snap Twitch and YouTube channel where I will be co-commentating the Golden Gauntlet third round of qualifiers, I think in like the middle of the whole tournament or whatever. I'm stoked about it. It's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be a blast. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Hope you all had a good one. And until the next one, peace out. I promise I'll try to figure out how to play Sparky in the deck soon. I haven't gotten there. Okay, I'm sorry.